one of them. Your work has been well documented.
Thanks for your service.
Yeah,
all of you.
honestly.
Yeah.
Now, Tom,
I am a veteran.
You are a veteran, and your work is well
documented. I was a sergeant in the U.S. Army Infantry, National Guard, Vietnam era. But, you know, we're all brothers and sisters in that sense, and thanks for your service.
Tom, on this day, tell us what Veterans Day means to you. How do you view it?
I think coming from the Vietnam era, a show like this wouldn't have happened in 1980. We learned a lesson as a country over time that we need to welcome our troops home, regardless of whether you got political problems with whatever mission they're on. They just served, and we need to thank them for it. That wasn't the case in the 80s, so thank you for doing this show. We've changed as a country. We honor our troops and their service, and I think that's a great thing.
Well said. So, do you feel like talking some sports with us?
Yeah.
Let's try. You were born in Detroit before you moved out to Southern California.
Yeah. Big deal in Detroit. When I was a kid, my dad just picked up the family and we went to California, but all my relatives were in Detroit, so we'd go back every summer, and my dad would drive straight through. And his uncle was an executive on the Detroit Lions. So the big deal for us in the summer was the exhibition game between the Lions and the Browns.
Yeah, big deal.
Yeah, and that was Jimmy
have you kept
Brown.
up with your current Lions, who are now in first place in that division?
I'm up to speed.
Yeah.
I like the Stafford deal a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
I got a big laugh out of that.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Cowboy fan.
Oh.
So you really mean Megatron?
Yeah.
He was the one with 300. What is it? 329
No, he's a man.
yards.
They're great. Stafford's great. I'd like, I had a vested interest in the World Series. It didn't work out the way I thought. Would have been good for Detroit. I think, the Lions getting in the playoffs is going to be great for that city because, as you know, all you guys, Detroit, the history, that was the Mecca. That's where you came if you were willing to change your life and work hard. You went to Detroit. And what was there was work, and honorable work, and they just need our support right now.
Well, I look at the Detroit Lions, and I do appreciate your comment about not liking the Cowboys. No problem there. But I will tell you,
go on a rant. That'd be a big deal for me.
No. I already did. I'm trying to be nice to the Cowboys, but it won't last. It won't last. Trust me on that. But I look at Detroit, and I say to myself, when you have a football team, if you're going to be legit, you've got to be rough riders on the defensive side of the ball. Offensively, you got to have a quarterback. You got to have a receiver, which they do have because Stafford and Megatron are big time. And I think the acquisition of Reggie Bush has done great things for them, and to me, the division is theirs now that Aaron Rodgers is hurt. We don't know whether or not he's coming back in Green Bay.
Well, Reggie's got to stay healthy.
That's true.
I go back with Reggie because I'm an SC fan, SC alum. So I wish him all well. I think he's a big addition. I mean, it gives him some balance. It gives him a chance. Defensively, I think they're pretty strong.
Let me ask you this question because you brought up SC with Reggie Bush.
Yeah.
SC period. USC. Your school.
Sorry about that.
They made some changes.
It's okay.
They made some changes, mainly getting rid of Lane Kiffin.
Yeah.
Do you think they're going in the right direction right now, considering all the changes that have been made?
I'm watching them play. I'm on the East Coast a lot of time because that's where we shoot my show, Blue Blood. And it's hard to get their game. Sometimes they're not on. But they seem to be playing with the spirit. I don't know whether, I don't think that's particularly Kiffin's fault. It just, there's a change. And there seems to be more of a sense of enjoyment and appreciation of what they're doing, which I think they have kind of rediscovered. And it's given them some spirit that they did pretty good this weekend.
It's a little known fact that Tom Selleck actually played basketball at USC. Is that correct?
I did. To be honest, I ended up riding the pine, which happens to a lot of athletes. A small disagreement with the coach.
Okay.
He didn't think I was good enough, and I did, but he won.
Okay. He won in the end.
He won, right?
Yeah, actually, I scored 4 points in my career. Shot 1,000%.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
But you did play volleyball at a very high level.
I did. We were
Yeah.
fourth in the nation.
Yeah.
2 years. It was before it was an NC2A sport, and then ended up playing on the beach and ended up winning a national championship for Outrigger Canoe Club in the men's seniors. We won 2 when I was doing Magnum.
All right.
Magnum PI.
So
Yep.
we got a Monday night football game. Who wins tonight? Dolphins, Bucks.
Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Really?
Right?
Well, because nobody else is going to say that.
You're right about that.
All right. Anything
No,
else, you
I
guys?
have no idea.
You have no
Dolphins and
really?
Bucks.
Oh, you just made
None
that
of
up.
us do. None
Okay.
of us do. They're both awful right
Somebody
now.
from Florida is going to win.
Somebody from Florida. We do know that.
Well, we have someone on the show. Donnie Wahlberg is a
Yeah.
fan of our show. He comes on a lot. He's also your co-host.
He's my pal.
Yeah, your pal, co-host rather, co-star. We're hosting here.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that relationship in terms of. I heard you said you give him a hard time on the set. He's got the Boston Red Sox.
I give him a hard time. I mean, I'm not a Yankee fan, so I have no problem with him rooting for the Red Sox,
Yeah.
but I'm also not a Red Sox fan. Donnie's a good guy, and a great guy, actually, and a really good actor. We got a show full of people who happen to be good people as well as good actors, and that's rare. It's so important with the people you work with.
Right.
So we meet about once a show, which doesn't always happen when you're doing a TV show.
Right.
Because we always have a family dinner in Blue Bloods, and I catch up with everybody.
Well-
Donnie's too busy. He's got some documentary show, and he's on tour in the summer, and I like to be less busy than him.
Okay.
Well, let me say this to you.
Yeah.
Donnie Wahlberg is incredibly talented. He and his brother Mark, I love them both. But let me say this to you. You're not allowed to give compliments to Donnie Wahlberg on this show. Good. Because he's a big-time Boston fan, and I am not.
Are you a Yankee fan?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And Donnie has he's called into this show just to rub it in.
Yeah.
I didn't hear from him all last year, but this year the Boston Red Sox win.
He comes on and gets-
Last year when they stunk up the joint, we couldn't find him. It was an APB out for him. Now here he is. They're winning World Series, and all of a sudden he's calling into the
he
show.
gets pretty emotional.
Yes, he
involved,
does.
But I don't know about this Yankee thing either. You know, the Tigers Yankees. They have a rivalry, but it used to be huge.
Yes.
You know, and
well.
that was the deal for us. They called us the Yankee Killers.
No,
Sorry.
no. All right, that's okay. Well, Tom Selleck, actor, veteran. Thank you
It's
so
okay.
much.
You know,
Thank you so much for joining the desk. Did you want